Recording, recording. James has changed his hair again.
No, it's the same hair. It's just getting longer.
I like today's look.
Thanks.
It's
Thanks.
like
I've
casual James.
That's right. I'm not business today. I'm all I'm all relaxed. I got my mini cup of coffee.
I got my coffee.
I can't show a banana for scale, but I'm not a giant. It's a little cup.
Why do you have a little cup? Do you only drink little coffee?
Espresso. Espresso, little coffee, powerful little coffee.
I don't
I don't
understand the point of espresso.
means I don't have to. It's you get like a kick in the face.
Don't do that.
Do you not like? Does everyone not like my accent?
No.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but all right. My name is James.
My name is Matt. Stop that. Stop that there. Could have faded it out, would have been better.
Professional. Only done this like 150 times.
I um I was just moaning in the green room about my that I ache. I'm in pain. My back hurts. I'm like,
Okay.
I think I've never in my life had back problems.
Oh,
And this week is the first time that I've had back problems. And I feel like I've moved into the next phase of my life.
right. I hear you. I hear you. The number of creams,
Creams?
yeah, I now have to apply to my body
How do you
so
do
that
that?
my body doesn't hurt.
Oh, I see. Not just your back.
No, like just in various ways. My skin has, in the last couple of years, my skin has said, "Fuck you, bro. Fuck you."
I can recommend an excellent bum cream if you need one.
No, it's the other hole. Apologies, kids, if you're listening. Now, you know what's interesting about this, right? The
Oh no.
the Aust the Australians, right,
Right.
have got creams for everything.
Okay. What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I like if you're an Australian and you and I've wondered, come on the podcast, and I wondered if it's because they're like quite an open culture.
It could be because the Australia is riddled with danger of death in everything.
Right.
So they need, that's
Creams.
something like creams is something they can control. So let's get the cream game
Right.
good
Right.
just to offset the snake and spider peril situation.
Right. I can't control the spider that's in my spare bedroom that's the size of a horse.
But I
Right.
can control the
But,
rash.
but excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Was it so how you what if you like run like 700 miles this week or something?
Yeah, and I've been doing more in the gym, right?
Oh.
Throwing weights around
Are
as
you becoming are you becoming a gym bro?
I'm proper buff now, mate.
Mate,
I'm
I'm
not.
so excited.
But I'll tell you something that funny that happened. So my back was hurting earlier in the week. So
Right.
yesterday I still went to the gym and I was like, well, I'm just gonna take it a little bit easier for obvious reason because my back was hurting. I didn't want to like
Okay.
damage it more, but it wasn't hurting enough to stop. And then, so I was doing a deadlift. Do you know what a deadlift is, James?
A deadlift when you go to the morgue and you get some bodies. Yeah, you pick something up. You poke your bum out and you lift something off the ground.
That's exactly right. Um, so I was doing some deadlifts. Now, So it's going to take it easy. Just do some lighter deadlifts to what I normally
Right.
do. However, I fucked up my maths and only realized in hindsight that I broke my PB because
Through bad maths.
through bad maths. So I've got a new
Brilliant.
PB and a sore
Well
back.
done. Yeah, that makes sense. Spectacular. Have you seen on the internet that lad who pretends to be a cleaner in gyms?
I'm so obsessed with this at the moment.
It's so good, right? He's actually an Olympic weightlifter, I
Yeah,
think.
but he's not like, well, he wears like baggy clothes, doesn't he? But he's
Well,
he's not
he doesn't
obviously strong to
right.
look at.
I believe the kids call that a sleeper body.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's like hidden, like you don't like you're not re like. And what he wears so he's not very, he doesn't look physically huge when
No.
he's standing next to the lads who look like their bodies are made out of balloons.
Yeah.
And he
Balloons.
wears and he wears a overalls,
Yeah. And like a
s-
rucksack.
rucksack, and like socks and sandals,
Yeah.
like socks sandals, and he carries a broom. And the funny thing is, the broom is also laden with weights. So
It's
when people try and
30
pick the broom
kilo.
up, they can't carry the broom, right? And he's like bumbling his way through the gym, and you've got all these lads standing around these massive weights. And he'll just be like, don't, he has a comedy accent, right? So he's like, don't mind me, just the need to move the weights. And the big lads are like, no, wait, we'll, like, that's really heavy. And he walks out and he'll pick it up with one arm and carry it over. This is the weight of like a Ford Fiesta, and put it down in the corner of the room. And all the bodybuilders are like jaws
They're just shocked.
on the floor, and they're
It's
like,
so good.
no, no way. And they'll go over and they'll try and pick it up, and they're like, oh no, that's real. Like he just did that.
Or he goes up, he goes, you use plastic weights. You got the pretend weights on, and they get really angry with him, don't they? They go, I want to have a go. And they're like, no, 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 you can't. These are real weights, mate. Fuck off. Like, no,
Yeah.
stop being a dick. And he's like, no, it's okay. Look, I just move it over here.
Where do I
So
put
good.
where do I put my knees? How do you do? Where do I stand?
I saw one where he picked up this like huge weight, and
Right.
he's just walking around with it like it's nothing, and he goes to hand. He's like, "Can you hold this for me?" And this massive guy's like, "No, go away."
That is excellent. There's another good one
Uh,
where like he gets a young woman to help him like doing some lifts things. Like, how do I do this? And then like he then puts down the little weight and just reaches over and picks up like a giant weight. And she the panic in this woman's face as she runs across the gym. She's like, "No, don't touch that!" Like this, and he's just like, "What?" Just lifting this thing. And
Very good,
it's yeah.
worth a look.
Yeah.
Um, Influencer recommendations on the Emo Dad Podcast.
What did we see on the internet this week? As the yeah, that's what the total we should go through like the shit we sent to each other on the internet in our group chat.
On the WhatsApp, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that happens.
Anyway, we're here. We're
Anyway,
here for a reason.
we are here for a reason, and that reason is
Why does it keep fading in and out?
because I kept pressing pause.
Oh.
I was trying to do like teaser,
Oh, I thought it was broken.
didn't really work. Can you hear it properly this week? Can you not? I thought I'd fixed it. Fuck. How are
I've
you?
wondered if our audio problems is deliberate in Zoom because of copyright.
Oh, it might be. Anyway, I get to enjoy the music my end. That was the mighty basement.
Right. Um, we mighty basement coming from the hardcore capital of England, Ipswich. um, so why are we talking about Basement, Mr. Buck?
Because we went to see them the other night and we were stuck for content ideas.
And they were, yeah, facts. And they were really good. And it was lots of people, right? Lots and lots of people were at the Basement show at the Forum in Kentish Town, in fair London City. Now, as we start a little conversation about Basement today, how popular do you think Basement are?
You asking me? Well, I know how popular they are because I was with you at the gig.
Did the number of, did it, but like beyond, there's to me, surprising number of people at that gig. How popular do you think the old Basement are?
Well, so let me just start with so Basement always this band
Hmm.
they've almost been like a bit mysterious to me.
Oh.
They have this like aura about them, and I've never understood why,
Hmm.
and I still don't understand why they have this like I don't know they they feel like the world's worst kept secret,
Right.
but that's not actually the reality as we witnessed the other night. And as I am about to answer your actual question, they're very popular.
Right. I think the mystery is to do with the fact that they are sporadically active.
Hmm. And they don't seem to like hog the limelight. Is that
No,
the
because
right
they
description?
no, because they fuck off for 2 years all the time.
Yeah, they're just like all business
For a bit and then
and then
disappear.
and then all no business.
We'll discuss that because I've got all the I've done I deep dived.
Hmm.
I got all the stuff.
So what we're going to start from the
But
start, or are we going to talk about the gig, or what?
what I want to firstly talk about popularity.
Okay, that's why you asked
Now,
me that question.
yeah, and we'll follow up on it because we know that the most popular hardcore band in the world at the moment is,
System of a Down.
yes, following System of a Down. Who is it?
Disturbed.
Following Disturbed. Who is it?
How long can I keep
We,
this
I know we've got
joke going?
this is absolutely playing chicken with bands and jokes.
Oasis. Uh, Turnstile. Is it a band called
Yeah,
Turnstile?
yeah, that's
I keep
them.
hearing people talk about them. Not really sure.
Them. Now, Turnstile, how many million monthly listeners, or how many monthly listeners do you think Turnstile has on the Spotify currently, or of yesterday when I copied and pasted the numbers?
Ooh, I've not looked for a while, so this is a pure guess. I'm so obviously the album's doing well, getting a lot of
Yeah,
the shows are huge,
yeah.
but I'm gonna go. Oh, this is the hardest one I've done for a while.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. I'm still gonna go less than the Hoobastank just to bring that back for the old school.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, yeah. While you're thinking, I'm going to check in on our baseline.
yeah. So Hoobastank last time we checked, I believe was hovering around the 10 million mark. I'm gonna go. I want to say I'm gonna. I want to say four, but I'm gonna go 5 million
All
for
right,
Turnstile.
so you're half too much.
I'm hot. What
So Turnstile have 2.5 million
is it?
currently. Yeah, only two, which is our continual fascination with the somehow uncorrelatable relationship between monthly listeners and size of venues.
This is a different chat. Like, so who are all these fucking posers turning up at Turnstile gigs?
Right, who are never listening to the music,
Yeah,
right? Because they that has to be accurate. Because how can you sell out arenas factually with a relatively low monthly listener?
compared to The band we're
compared
talking about today.
to Hoobastank,
Okay.
who are not selling out arenas,
No,
12.2
it's gone up.
million followers. If you want to understand why we're talking about Hoobastank, you can go back and you can listen to our episode, The Hoobastank Promise, which is potentially the best one we've ever recorded. You can
Yeah,
go and
we're a
listen
bit
to that.
obsessed.
But so that's Turnstile, 2.5 million. Now, I wanted to then sort of benchmark that against other popular hardcore bands or
Okay,
bands who I would say take up a similar place in the zeitgeist, right? Now,
good.
the band Idols are take up the same amount of time in my news feed.
Okay,
Roughly the same number of like stories, clips, whatever, Turnstile, I get served Idols.
with
I get served about the
Jack White.
same. Right, with Jack White lately coming on and jamming. Great, right? Did you see the footage of Jack White rocking out to Helmet?
No.
Look that up. Jack White standing on the side of the stage watching Helmet singing along all the words. Wicked. Um, Now, Idols take up the same amount of space in my feed. Idols 1.2 million.
Right,
Idols are not selling out arenas,
correct.
but they did do Ali Pali, I think. So they're quite, there is a significant size there of fans.
They're doing all right.
Military Gun,
Oh, okay. They're
right?
like
Less, right?
200,000,
Yeah,
500,000.
correct, right? But their press and PR person is pretty good because they were doing Zane Lowe interviews the other day. So there's some good PR happening there, but they're
Okay,
much lower. So we got our baseline, right? We got three
okay.
bands there. We got Turnstile, Idols, and we got Military Gun.
Yep.
Where are you putting Basement in our sort of rock punk popularity scale?
According to the numbers or according to my perception?
Yes.
Perception, basement are way below Turnstile, but just to ruin the game, I've already seen their monthly listeners,
Right.
and I can reveal to our lovely listeners it's basically the same as Turnstile.
Wild.
Just fucking mental.
Yeah, this is the only reason why I brought this up because in my head, they're Military Gun.
Right, yes. Nothing wrong
That's
with military gun, by the way.
nothing. No, this isn't, and I don't mean that in like a. That's not supposed to be a diss. That is my perception of how big that band is,
Yeah,
and I think that's why I was so shocked at how bonkers sold out that show we went to was.
yeah, I agree. And it all adds to the mysteriousness of the
Right.
band.
So let's get into it, I guess. What's your note situation like? Do you want me to drive, or have you got things to drive from?
We can take turns or something. I don't know. I've got the timeline in front of me.
Okay. Basement formed in September for when
2009.
correct in the hardcore capital of England, Ipswich, following the breakup of pop punk band In This for Fun.
Oh, so first job.
Yeah,
Are they on Spotify? I haven't looked yet.
they should have one EP, but I'm not sure if it's on there, called the Away From Home EP.
Yeah, can't see it. Nope. Carry on.
The story of their name, very complicated, this one. The band picked Basement as a name simply because they wanted a short name that didn't mean much. That's the
Uh,
story
all right.
behind the name.
I mean,
Sure.
questionable name, I'll have to say.
I like it. I it that surprises me. I'm calling bullshit on that law. It seems obvious to me that like basement shows would be the link there. And it's the sort of name where you're like, there must be 75 bands called Basement. I can't believe you lot got away with that. But fine.
I yeah, I'm not a fan of the name, to be honest. Like I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll buy a t-shirt or something. But then I thought, no, I don't really want a t-shirt just with basement written on it. That's a bit random, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
As
fair.
mu
Yeah, that's
as
fair.
much as I like the band.
Now,
Continue.
I went and researched and found quite a lot of interviews. It seems like Alex Henry, who is one of the guitar players, seems to be, and also self-confessed, like the lad that makes things happen. Because you need one. There's always one in the band. If you listen to Yassi Salek's podcast, Bandsplain, you'll know that you need one. You need a logistics man or lady. You need somebody in the band who is going to drag everybody out of their holes and make them practice, who books shows, who drives the van, who makes the thing happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Doesn't have to be the person who writes all the songs, but you need a logistics lad.
someone needs to be, yeah, doing all that boring admin stuff,
You,
like the HTML on the MySpace page.
Yeah, we will come that MySpace does feature in the story. And also he's the person who seems to do a lot of the interviews. So this is a lot of his narrative as we're going to go through this. So this is from Alex. It's in the countryside. We live in Suffolk County, which is known for agriculture. It's good. Thank you for local history. And I guess it was popping off a bit more back in the day when all the goods were going through the river. Now, see, it's history chat.
Okay.
History chat
Yeah.
on the Emo Dad Podcast. It's
Lovely.
pretty relaxing. There's not much going on aside from fields and old stone churches and cottages. Hardcore capital of the world. It's quite picturesque, but only 15 minutes from London. Is
Fif
it?
15?
Call it bullshit on that, lads. I
Bullshit.
live I live 50, well, I suppose I live in London, but it takes me 15 minutes to get into central London.
Takes you
And I don't live
15
in
minutes
Ipswich.
to get to the train station to get to central London.
Yeah, exactly. Calling bullshit on that, lads. I mean, I suppose if you're listening to this from anywhere in the world and you think England is a land of hopes and dreams from where it snows every summer and there are people singing Chim Chimney Roo in the streets, sure. But but no, that's Ipswich is not 15 minutes from London.
Just while you chat, I'm just gonna check
TFL.
on TFL. Because we don't want to be done for slander. London, any. Just gonna check the trains.
Okay.
Okay.
Carry on.
This is a service we provide.
Fact check on Emo Dad.
Uh,
Um,
mm, yeah, but not 15 minutes, an hour.
there you go. That makes more sense. Um, I remember a newspaper running an article about a serial killer at one point, and it was really weird because the crime rate was really low.
But they got one really
One
good
serial killer.
serial killer.
There's not really that much going on, and if you wanted to do something, you had to do it yourself. I mean, this sounds like Guildford, let's be honest, lads. So if you wanted to go to a show, you had to think of how to bring them to Ipswich. That's
Why are you doing that if London's only 15 minutes away?
right. Unfortunately, it seems to have gotten worse when I went back. No venues or bands going on, which was a bit of a shame. So damning indictment of Ipswich and the area they go for. But so, Mr. Henry, what because as if he's here, what who are your influences then? How did you first get into shows? Well, I'll tell you, James.
Ed
I
Sheeran.
st Yeah, right. I started going to punk and ska shows, but from there got into the real broad genre of Indian alternative. But as for the bands that started to influence the start of Basement, there was ready for bingo, ready
Here
for
we
pop
go.
punk bingo, Jimmy Eat World, The Promise Ring, Piebald, Jets to Brazil. So second wave emo basically.
I thought you were going to
Also,
keep going.
well, yeah, I mean, we can keep going. You could also throw in there Mineral, Braid, Smoking Popes, the Ataris have also been listed in various interviews.
Lovely.
So if you want to hear any of those bands, listen to it. Actually, we don't play those bands very often at all, do we? I'm sure we got some episode about that.
Well, you tried to play Jimmy World in every episode for quite
I've
a long
moved
time.
on. I've moved. Yeah, go back listen to our early episodes. We do talk about that quite a lot, but I've moved on. Tried to move on. Um, I wasn't really aware of who was influencing Jimmy World and who came up in that time frame. This is before the internet, kids, or the internet is what it is. So, and you could listen to wonderful podcasts like ours that trace the history of emo in one of those episodes, what we did about the history of emo. So people were showing me that, and then Run for Cover bands. Now, Run for Cover is a record label that will come up a lot in the rest of this chat.
Yep.
So I remember being on MySpace, Bing, and hearing Man Overboard and Tiger's Jaw, and
Hmm.
whoever were the first bands on that label, and they all directed me to this one label in Boston, Run for Cover. Now, do we want, I don't know, do we want to play a band from Run for Cover? Do we want to say something about Run for Cover?
Yeah, let's have a look at Run for Cover. So, Run for Cover Records is an American independent record label based in Boston, founded by Jeff Kazala, age 17, with a $1,000 loan. Don't
There you
take out
go,
loans,
kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Um, the label functioned as a small one-person bedroom operating in Brighton until Casella graduated from Suffolk Tit University. What the fuck? So it was based in Boston, founded blah blah blah, but it was started in Brighton in UK and Suffolk University.
I mean, yeah. All this transatlantic swapping between
Comes up
Ipswich
later.
and Boston is the core of this whole story.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? Anyway, known for working with undiscovered young bands from all over the world. Uh, Run for Cover can be credited for helping launch the careers of Tiger's Jaw, mentioned already, Modern Baseball, Title Fight, Citizen, Turnover, Pinegrove, Basement, and many more, as well as working with already notable acts like AFI, Alex G, Camp Cope, Me Without You, Teen Suicide, and Nothing. It's a pretty good list, isn't it?
And like they're not fucking about. On their current roster, we've got AFI, we've got Angel Dust, we've got Anxious, we've got you were amazing at that gig we went to, but we'll
Yep.
save Anxious chat for some other time. Citizen, we've got Rival Schools, we've got, I mean,
One Step
yeah, they're
Closer,
not
who I was
one
enjoying this
step
morning.
closer. Just seen that.
Some
Yeah,
good
it's
bands here,
no,
aren't there?
yeah, they're not mucking about.
Okay, so yeah, let's play one or two. Any requests out
Mm.
of that lot? Well, let me just quickly play a bit of One Step Closer, just because I was listening, enjoying that this morning. A band which I very much enjoyed their album All You Embrace. And this is a bit of that for your listening pleasure. It's the wonderful One Step Closer. Should we do one more just for fun?
Yeah. Can you do Super Heaven? Because they did a lot of touring with them back in the day.
Yes. Who did? Basement.
Basement. Everybody did. Super Heaven seemed to be the band that they was the early success, and a lot of these bands all sort of did touring with to get bigger.
Mm. Here we go.
Much unknown,
You can hear a bit of basement in there.
Yeah, that's the vibe, isn't it? It's sort of like groove. There's a groove to all these bands. I think feels like the center of the Venn diagram. They've all got a bit of a swing kind of groove to it.
Grungy groove.
Yeah, man. So they didn't muck about because they signed with Run for Cover in 2010 and released their debut EP, Songs About the Weather.
Which I'm frantically trying to find. Here we go.
No, it's all right. You don't have to get straight in there.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
So, I found a very amusing interview from the archives of punknews.org. Shout out that illustrious publication. Can you? So they've been a band for just over a year. Our hometown had a scene once. Sorry, Ipswich. And there was a punk scene with a few local bands, but then they all went off to university, so there were no bands. There was nothing going on, so we thought we'd just do it. And we released a demo and it went from there. You've had a bit of hype around you, even though you haven't been a band for that long. How do you feel about it? I think the word hype is more about having an opinion before seeing a band or listening to our record. Right? But I feel like you can only form a full opinion after listening to a record or seeing a band live. So I guess we're trying to prove ourselves. Interesting. Andrew, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say, I've heard about your band, but I haven't listened to your band. To be fair, in 2011 or 10, it is not as easy as it is now to check a band out.
Yeah, this is true. You need to go and find some sort of bloody demo sampler CD thing.
Right. It's nice we've got the chance to play with bands like Tiger's Jaw, Daylight, and actually get out there to play. So Daylight became Super Heaven. And actually get out there to play to people, which is cool. And it seems like it's more frequent now. We'll be going to the mainland in a few weeks after this tour. Now, I like to believe that's like London.
The mainland.
But I don't know if they mean like America. After this tour, with More Than Life and Brutality Will Prevail, there are just more opportunities for us to play to more people in different places, which is great. And then this line will squarely put us in the time frame. It's cool to have someone post a picture or song on Tumblr. But it's even cooler when we play a show and kids are there. Yes, I think when people turn up to your show, that would be good.
That is cool.
Right, so let's do something from this EP.
So there's the one that jumps out at me. And I was just frantically Googling while you were chatting then, but I couldn't find any evidence of this. Track 5 is called Meet Me in St. Louis. And I wondered, just because of the timelines, whether this was something to do with our friends, the band, Meet Me in St. Louis. I suspect it might just be about the movie.
Yeah, I think it's just taking the same references because they would have been not in existence for quite a while.
But I like to think that it was the band. But anyway, let's give that a little blast. Do 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 do. Here it comes. One thing that strikes me is first EP. This is already really good.
Their basic sound is here.
Yeah,
Like you
nailed it.
could
Straight in there.
like this could have been an EP from 2017. Like
Yeah.
they had their thing down. That sort of big, really big, chunky guitar tone. And I've written down there's a lot of confidence in the arrangements.
Hmm.
Like when bands start out, they often don't have the confidence to give a lot of space in the song. And that's something they have from the start. Like they're not afraid to just play a guitar slow and simply for like a bunch of bars before anything happens,
Yeah.
which I think is quite a confident move, but creates a lot of space in the songs.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and there's like the drums are heavy as hell too. Like it's good, man. Straight in.
No pissing about.
Yeah. I
So then they
thought it
went
was
and gone.
I thought it was interesting that they present quite American or transatlantic
In themselves.
in the naming of the songs. I
Okay.
think basement is quite an American word.
Yeah,
We don't
I can see it.
like
Yeah.
Americans have basements. We don't really, as a
No,
general rule.
just
And then you've
just serial killers.
just serial killers and rivers where you do business, stone churches. And like the naming of the streets is very American. So you've got a song called Skip Town, not something in the parlance of Ipswich. You would say fuck
Have you
off.
have you fact checked that?
Well, it's American, isn't it? Americans say Skip Town. You've got a song called 1104 Porter Street. We don't name in Ipswich that the house would probably be called Marigolds.
I'm
Like
just checking.
we don't name things. We don't have 1,104 homes. We have like seven. So it's like number four Porter Street. Like we don't they're not that big. There ain't 1,104 houses on Porter Street.
Did you know there's a Porter Street very close to your house?
Yeah. Yeah, I did know that.
There's none in Ipswich or Suffolk,
See,
though.
and meet me in St. Louis, not meet me in Brighton.
Meet me in meet me in Stowmarket,
Right. So, and like, I
Clacton
didn't
on
know.
Sea.
I didn't know for the longest time that this band was British.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think there's
fair.
something, and I know that at the time, 2010, Britain's not cool. We're still dealing with the fallout of emo hardcore in the mid late noughties when the monoculture has swung squarely to everything American is cool again.
2010. Are we in the world of the wombats and pigeon detectives? I've lost my timeline in my mind.
I no clue.
Right,
Probably
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. We're just gonna look at the map. All right. All right. All right. So, um, so there's a very funny section in this interview where the reviewer or the interviewer thinks that Basement is a rip-off of Title Fight.
Ooh, the interviewer actually said that.
No, but they ask 25 questions that are basically thinly veiled insults, and
Right.
they're all around the theme of how do you like this is an actual question they asked. How do you feel about being called Title Fight rip-offs?
Quite a compliment, I would say.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically that's what they say. They're like, it's whatever. I love that band. If people want to say it, it's cool. Which I think is a very good, like, that's how you probably deal with that question. Because the follow-up is, what do you say to people who say, so the interviewer, you're just jumping on the bandwagon? Since the popcore thing was popular with 4 Years Strong, Set Your Goals, etc., and now the title fight thing is in.
Hmm.
Can you play a title fight song from 2010?
I can, and I can also tell you that they are, give or take, also on 2.5 million.
Shut
Um,
the front door. They are not.
they are, well, 2.3 to be exact.
Um, well, color me purple and call me Susan.
All right, Susan, what you want something from 2010? We got 2009 was their debut album. Does that work for you?
That'll do. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the most popular song because that's generally what we do. Here we go. Thank you for reminding me to listen to Title Fight more.
Yeah, not bad, is it? So interesting because when this interview was done, they didn't even have a record out. They just had like an EP compilation. So it's so funny that they think that Title Fight, maybe it had to have just been in the conversation or in the zeitgeist.
Maybe the interviewer just wanted to show off how cool he or she were by constantly name dropping Title Fight.
Yeah, yeah, probably. That's the thing people do. So what I could not find out was any particular background on the making of the big one, the Color Me in Kindness record.
Okay. So you're skipping the I Wish I Could Stay Here album.
Either album.
Okay, fine.
So I couldn't, so I apologize. I should have phrased it like that. Because the interviews I could find all kick in after the hiatus.
Yeah, you're right. And this adds to the mystery of this band because there isn't actually that much information online about them.
No, there's quite a bit pr after hiatus. Because basically what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is that in two, I can't even get my time scale right. So the what year's the first record?
2011, I Wish I Could Stay Here.
And then
First full
2012,
length.
Color Me in Kindness immediately after.
Yes,
Because they announced the hiatus before the second album came out.
that's right. So let's just
So
have a little blast of something from I Wish I Could Stay Here. Which, what do we know about this? Not a lot. Recorded
the,
in Nottingham. That's
yep,
not interesting.
that's a place that exists.
Um, the yeah, you're right. There's not a lot
Couldn't
here.
get anything.
Jesse Cannon mixed and mastered the recordings. Not to
Sure.
be rude, but I've never heard of him. I'm sure he's very successful. And it received favourable response from critics. Um, Someone from Absolute Punk said it was a welcome shot in the arm for saturated music scene full of limp copycats of glory days long gone.
I mean, this is as we said before, the absolute dark ages of music. Anything so as we all know, 2007 to 2012, dark ages. There's nothing, it's just an absolute swamp, hellscape swamp during that time. And I agree. It was very hard to pick up anything that was new or interesting during that period.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a little song. Let's play.
Canada Square would be my
Okay, okay.
is my
All right, all right,
request.
all
That's
right,
my
all right.
favorite one.
Calm down, fucking hell. Here comes Canada Square.
From the cold beneath these empty covers. The sun is sleeping on my front because you used to, and I miss you. I read your note when I came to. It was a heartfelt thank you.
Did they play that the other night?
Can't remember.
Okay. Good content.
Thanks. I think it's really interesting that it does get a bit more English in terms of its sort of name checking. Because Canada Square, that's a place. You've also got Earl Grey is the name of the song, which is very beautiful. Big fan of that. And what's the other song I was really into? March. Those are my picks
March
from
is
this
something that
record.
happens in the UK.
March.
We have March.
Set list, basement, Kentish Town Forum. Basement, Settlers, Kentish Town Forum. They did not.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we've. I mean, the listeners would have been thinking, oh, I really hope they check that.
I tell you what, that one of my autistic brethren was getting upset.
Double check everything.
Yeah, facts. Facts, facts, facts. All right. So we don't know anything about that. We also don't know anything about the recording of the one that came after it.
Colour Me in Kindness, where your man who does all the admin, his space bar was broken during this period.
Right. Right. No information here at all.
What a great
Nothing.
deep dive this is.
No, but it gets better. I've got stuff later. I just don't have stuff for this. Right, now, talk about this record. This feels very Refused vibes to me, which is you break up before or during the release of the record that ends up becoming insanely popular,
I mean, it's the best thing you can do for your band.
right? Now, this second record, this is no joke. Like, they are not fucking about with this thing. It is a no skips banger start to finish, this thing. It's only 33 minutes long, which is just taking the piss, really. And no wonder they were all recorded so close together because the sound is the same. Sounds the same.
Yeah, it's very much a continuation of the previous album, apart from the spacebar breaking.
These are my. Do you want to go through my notes, or do you want to play? Should we play that song that's all over TikTok?
Well, I don't really look at TikTok, but I'm going to guess it's this.
When I'm with you, I don't wanna be with you. White hair and a hopeful smile.
This is one of those songs. I'll just leave it playing in the background for a minute. That every now and again a song comes along from a band, right? And it is so instantly iconic and incredible that you start frantically searching for what is this a cover of?
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's out of time.
Like, without
Yeah.
sounding disrespectful, it's like, this is too good for this band. Does that make sense?
Yes, because
In that
because
moment.
you don't it's that band's first big song, and you don't have the context that this could be a new song by a new person, because it feels so historic. It feels like this has been around. This can't be a new thing.
Yeah. Sounds like the Pixies.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's because it's rooted in, like, this absolutely could have been released in 1993. Like, it's because of the feel and the everything about it, but yeah, it's also modern. It's timeless. It's an incredible piece of work.
Unbelievable. So good.
And
Almost
then
on 200 million plays, by the way.
yeah, I'm not surprised in the slightest. And I wonder what, like, the TikTok count is on top of that, because people film like loads of things over that intro. And I think the other thing that's like feels iconic to me is the riff to Spoiled that comes in immediately afterwards.
Oh, we can do that. Please hold, caller. Okay, so it goes. I'll tell you what. I'll play the end of the song, and then go into that riff. Just gonna fast forward a bit.
Now that's so good. But it reminds me of 100 Reasons.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna say that also reminds me of like other bands, but I can't put my finger on it. You've absolutely fucking nailed it.
And I think, like, and that's where I'm like, I'm always surprised that I don't see other British bands in their influence list, because that's straight out of the 100 Reasons playbook in all the best ways. That kind of slightly metal-esque riff, but not played through a metal sounding guitar, and just the sort of melodic sense of it. Like, it's just that whole kind of like early noughties Brit rock thing.
Bouncy.
That's got kind of scrubbed a little bit from history, but it was there. And then the other interesting thing is that I start to hear big Britpop influences start to come in.
Yep.
With Pine, which to me, again, sounds like it could be Suede, it could be Echo Belly, like any of these kind of.
I hate myself, that's okay, because I never have enough. I don't love you, I just need to be loved.
We could literally go for every song on this album.
Yeah, we could. We absolutely could. I think, but the other thing that makes Pine art to me is the fact that, again, like the early 90s, the narrator of the song is a massive dickhead. Like, it's like he's just, but it's ironic, right? He's ironically singing, in my mind, and this is what I would like to ask him if he ever does come on Emo Dad Podcast, is I'm assuming that's written ironically in the voice of a narcissist, because that's what I hear from it, and it's just so perfect against the pop melody.
Yep.
Like, is good, man. My other big three from this record are Breathe, Black, and Wish. Love the way Wish comes in from the track before that's so like quiet, and then Wish just comes in like a sucker punch, almost not 100 Reasons, Hell is for Heroes esque. The size of that punch at the beginning of that song to finish the record. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, we've named 6 of the 10 songs there,
Yeah.
and you could easily pull out the other 4 songs.
It's no skips. Perfect record.
Does it get the recognition it deserves? Question mark.
I think it's not that. So, do you mean at the time or now?
Oh, at the time, no, it didn't. I don't think.
So it did chart on the US Billboard 200.
At 188.
Yeah, which is no slouch. That's still a very impressive worldwide result.
Do you think we'll get No Safe Haven onto the Billboard 200?
It's an ambition. We'll put it on the vision board. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Now comes my favourite part of the story.
In mid-November, the band played their final shows. Guitarist Alex Henry later revealed it was due to vocalist Andrew Fisher wishing to become a certified teacher.
He looks like such a teacher.
What subject do you think I don't know what it is, but do you know what would you guess he would be teaching?
I'm gonna go with geography.
That's what I was gonna say, man.
Were you actually?
It's like, yeah, 100%. Like it's Oxbow Lakes and like like counting cars on the motorway. Like that's what.
Let me see if I
That's
can
what
find
I
out
get. That's what I
what
get
he
from it.
teaches. I mean, English or music would be the obvious one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how easy this is going to be to find out what he does. Someone must know somewhere. If you know what Andrew Fisher teaches, then get in touch. Certified it just says teacher. He might be like a primary teacher.
Yeah, we don't know.
Colouring in and stuff.
Abaca. So this required Fisher to return to school for a period of 1.5 years. Drummer James Fisher, Andrew's younger brother, was graduated from Kingston University. Shout out Kingston University, I can see it from my window. And the rest of the members were working on their respective careers. Henry, meanwhile, was working as a videographer in Boston, Massachusetts for Run for Cover. Now, this becomes pertinent because the band who he becomes videographer for, is the aforementioned band Turnstile. So he is still Turnstile's current touring photographer, videographer.
Still?
Yeah. According to the internet. So they, after like some years later, he is asked, so after Come Me in Kindness, the band took a break and then you guys get back together a couple of years later and seemingly you got like 10 times bigger. How the fuck did that work out? Which is the sort of question we would ask on Emo Dad. So respect for that. And he says, trust me, I have no idea. I just remember I took the break and moved to America. Andy went back to school. Everyone was really focused on their careers and stuff. We stayed close friends and we'd always talk about stuff in our group chat or whatever. When I go back to the UK, I'd be like, oh, look, this pressing of the record did well. Or stupid stuff like how we'd have more likes on our Facebook page, but we weren't doing anything. And these were all small. And these were all small things. It seemingly kept growing and people were still interested and wanted to hear the record live. And it blew my mind that it had grown when we'd done nothing.
I love that. Like, fucking release, see you later, let's get on with our lives. And then it just simmering, growing and growing. I mean, it's the dream, right?
I would love to know if the record label was doing anything. because we know the band doesn't do anything. The record label must have been doing something because they were pressing the record still. But I love this kind of like anti, you need to be posting every day kind of concept about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the record label were doing bits and bobs, but there's only so much you can do without physically having the people doing stuff, i.e., interviews, photo shoots, live shows, and all the rest of it. You know, there's only so much you can kind of do behind the scenes as a record label.
Right. And
I just realised it's still playing in the background.
sorry, I do have one piece of information about Colour Me in Kindness that I've just found at the bottom of this quote. It turns out they had 2 weeks spare, and they had to decide whether to do a quick tour in Japan or record a record. And they decided to record a record in 2 weeks, and that was Colour Me in Kindness.
I'm glad they made that choice.
Yes, me too. And he says it's kind of mind-blowing that it grew more when we were inactive than when we were active.
Yeah.
And then on January the 29th, 2014, a tweet was posted on the band's Twitter account simply saying, "Hi."
Love it. Imagine if that was a mistake, like they was messaging a mate or something.
Yeah, right. Like, what should we yeah, right. Like, yeah, it's hilarious. The band's Twitter account simply saying hi, and the dates 2008 to 2012. So they had properly, this is over.
Yeah.
That was a proper decision.
Openly.
Yeah. And then they removed that from their Twitter and Facebook biographies, stating the band had returned from their hiatus. The band posted on Facebook that day the hiatus was over and suggested there would be a summer tour. So they book a tour. They were booking, hilariously, they were booking literal basements because they didn't know how, like, they didn't know. They hadn't been a band for many years, didn't know, right? And then the shows started selling out. So one particular show was bumped up 3 times and kept selling out. They started in the basement and then they moved it all the way up to the big room. And he says, I asked, like, how many people is that? And they said 1,500. And they said, no, that's awkward. It's going to be so weird. This is Refused thing. They've never played anything bigger than second billing on a toilet.
Yeah.
And they're like, and it's sold out. They sold out 1,500 people after being inactive for 2 years.
And they've all got little careers on the side now. You know, that this is, as I keep saying, could not have worked out any better.
Right? So in order to kind of support the this thing, they had recorded a new EP for release in July that year entitled Further Sky, including 2 new songs, plus a cover of Suede's Animal Nitrate. See?
Which is amazing. I had to bite my lip.
It's so good, this cover, isn't it? Let's play a bit of that.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's so good. Here we go. Here it comes. I've just realised we've been recording for quite a while now, and you didn't bring me up on the fact that I forgot to put the Emo Dad background onto my Zoom.
Yeah, it was, by the time I realised, it was quite late.
you realised before I did. I literally just
so I was like, forget about it.
Never mind. Worse things have happened in life.
Correct. for the all two people who are theoretically watching this on YouTube, because we still don't know if we can upload this to YouTube yet, because we're still in that portion of the timeline that we're in, rather than the release timeline.
We did go viral for 2 minutes the other night, though. Literally 2 minutes.
Love that for us. So,
Where are we at? So we've been to school.
yeah,
We released an album. We split up. We've been to school. We got new jobs. Videographer. What are the other lads doing? Pissing about, doing stuff. And then we're back together. We've released an EP. Suede cover, brilliant. And now we're going on tour.
correct. All of the tour dates had sold out.
That's right, and upgraded.
The band then played a trio of shows, London, Leeds, and Manchester in the UK. And then when do they go and like have this like huge Australia show? Is that later? I think that's later. They then are like, oh, this is good. Let's release a record. Or let's write for a record.
This is going well.
2 years later. This is it though. So like I think I suspect they are not so. I've got an interview around the release of Promise Everything, which is the third record. And it says, yes, it's good to finally release a full album after the amount of time we had off. And when we came back, we wanted to record something. So we recorded the Further Sky 7-inch. We wanted to show people we cared about making music, and the breakup wasn't just some sort of weird gimmick that wasn't genuine.
I feel like, and I don't mean this in a horrible way, that this band is not the priority for these people.
So I have a quote. I have a thing about that.
Okay.
I think it's scary. With a job like teaching or any job with a salary, you know how much money you're going to be making. There.
Yeah.
As to now, it all depends on touring. So they have quit their jobs. But we made the decision we were going to do it, and I'm pretty confident that I can pay my bills. And as long as I can do that, I will be all right. I think for me, it was hard to leave Run for cover because I think they had to do that to get bigger and have a bit more money behind them.
Hard to leave because I work for them.
Yeah, this is what he says, because I love filming and I'm missing all these opportunities that I could be progressing my career in videography. You got to pick one, but then he says, but I can always go back to that. And he's right, he can. The band is a one-time thing. Tomorrow, people could say that they don't like Basement and it will be gone. Then I can say to myself that I had a good run and I can go back to filming. I'm still trying to do as much filming as I can off tour and even on tour. And I feel like that will be my career path after the band. But I think Andrew had the biggest job to leave and they really wanted him to stay. It was super funny because none of them knew. None of the teachers or the kids knew, which was good for him. He could do his job without being distracted.
So they didn't know he was in this like bubbling monster of a band.
Yes, correct.
Monster might be a slight exaggeration, but see, I had a thought during the show the other night when I was just, watching and started daydreaming. I was like imagining him as teacher Andrew and like
Right.
what would people think? And I started thinking about this. Actually, let's be honest, I think about this a lot. Like with especially like hardcore bands and stuff, there was a chap from the band called Dynamite who supported. This is a slight tangent. He walked past us numerous times. I don't know, you may or may not have noticed. He looked, this isn't, I'm not slating him. He looked very normal. He looked like a nice lad who probably has a nice job.
Right.
And then he's up on stage playing what I would class as heavy hardcore, doing air kicks and spinning around. Like it's a weird thing to tell your friends in the estate agency during the day.
Yeah, right. When you're talking about like KPIs
Yeah.
and like, doing a development plan. Development plan. Write catchy chorus that can be slam danced to, and develop new markets for sales in the baby boomer demographic.
Yeah. It's just they just don't go together, do they? And I
Nope.
love that. And it's the same for Andrew as well.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, I tangented. What
Third
surprise.
record. We've gone quite long, so we should probably wrap up really. Third record. What do you think of the third record?
Brilliant. Again, it's brilliant. It's
But
all bangers to me.
I didn't vibe with the third one, but all right.
Ooh, boom.
Boo. So what do they say about it? I think there are qualities in the songs that can be related to a more mainstream audience or radio-friendly sound, which we didn't really think about when we were writing the album. But it has the energy we have in the previous records. The main thing I wanted to focus on in this record was melody. I just wanted to write catchy choruses and catchy melodies, and Andrew is really good at writing those kind of things. So yes, we hope it will open up doors to bigger things. But I've always said, as long as we're having fun, we will pretty much do anything. Good vibes.
Yep. I mean, it's certainly more commercial than the previous album, I would say. It does qualify as album you can listen in the car with your children and not kind of offend too many people,
Right. Right. Fair. Massively fair.
which is a bonus in my eyes.
Should we play? Do you want to do a song
Yeah.
from the third record?
Yeah, I do. This is Promise Everything.
Promise everything until tomorrow comes again. I won't ask for love. I know it's not just covered up. When I'm high. When I'm low, hot or cold. It's going to show.
Do 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 baseline.
So, February 2017, they announced that they've signed to, apparently we're calling this a major label now,
Yeah, I
Fueled
clocked
by
that.
Ramen.
I clocked that.
Maybe they are, I don't know. We haven't done a bit of record label stuff for a while. And then in July 2018, Basement posted a teaser video on their social media accounts, which featured footage of them recording in the studio. 1 week later, the band released a new single called Disconnect, which was the lead track from their fourth album, Beside Myself, which is then released globally in October. And they released a couple more singles, Stigmata and Be Here Now. Why can't I just be here now? Is one of the many questions Basement's lead singer Andrew Fisher asks on the band's fourth EP. Something I struggle with is being able to appreciate something while it's happening, as opposed to retrospectively or looking into the future and expecting things to be better than they are. While it's something he's still actively working on, such as using his phone less and being outdoors for stretches of time has been helping. Disagree. Disagree.
What? Why?
I don't like doing either of those things.
Using your phone less and going outdoors.
Yes. Overrated. Just want to put that.
More phone, less fresh air for James.
Yes. Yes. Those are my goals for 2026.
Oh, you should really be a goth.
I know. Right. What do you think of the fourth record?
Again, I like it. I'm not. I don't listen to this as much as the others,
You ready
so
for a hot take?
maybe that tells you everything you need to know.
This band sounded happy when they were making this album.
This album,
Yeah, it's a lot of
right?
happiness on this one.
Okay,
People are in love with people. It's
okay,
going well.
yeah.
Got no interest in any of
Oh, I see.
that.
You're listing these as negatives.
Where is the pain?
The angst.
Where is the darkness? Where is life is a hellscape of nothingness? Where's my disasters, people? I don't come here to be cheered up.
I
I come
listen to ska
here
music for that.
for positivity. I come here for nihilism and pain. Where's my pain?
Yeah, I get that. Do you, so you're claiming this is a happy record?
Yes.
I'm trying so hard. I lost myself in the moments. Why can't I just be here now?
I'm picking up a coffee with my friends. We're going to the Gap to buy a nice jacket. Then I'm going to the lovely farmer's market, and everything is great and it's
Farmer's
really nice. La 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 la. Fine. Do what you're doing, express new flavors, try new things out, but I want the pain, lads.
You want the darker stuff.
Yeah, I want to see my angst represented in musical form. Um, now this is when we know we're in the big times, right? So in 2018, it was announced that the band would support Weezer and the Pixies.
That's a good lineup.
Here we go. This is where your 2.5 million monthly business starts kicking in.
However,
Yeah,
this band loved a hiatus.
right. So it didn't last long, did it? It was
No.
quickly, like that'll do later. And then suddenly we have to wait for 2021 for any more activity from this band. Whilst matey, so Henry then decides, yes, all right, I'm going to go on the road with Turnstile. So
And
that was when they were getting massive, right? So I guess that was probably quite busy.
he also starts Fiddlehead.
Yeah, which is kind of like, and I don't, how can I say this without sounding massively disrespectful?
You don't like it?
No, but it's great. But it's let's make some more music like the First Basement record.
I like Fiddlehead. Should we just have a quick spin of that? So I'm confused. You do like it or you don't like it?
No, I like it, but it's
Okay.
like we went. My band has grown up a bit,
Hmm.
so I want to go and make some music like what I liked when I was a teenager.
People are very passionate about this band.
Yeah, because I think it's cool to be passionate about the
Side projects.
projects, right? And I do find it really interesting where people go and do a side project that's 9/10 the same as the band they're in.
Very confusing.
And like, I get it, you like a thing, Is it just because you can't get the other lads to go on tour?
Yeah, he's probably obviously they went on hiatus, and he probably wasn't. He wanted to
Wanting
carry
to.
on,
Right.
so he went, "Oh, fine, fuck you lot. I'll carry on with a different band." So nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. 2021. So I mean, to be fair, we've had COVID. So that might be why we've had a little break.
Yeah, fair.
It was announced that Basement would play the second night of Outbreak Fest 2022, marking the band's first show in 3 years. The set was billed as 10 years of Colour Me and Kindness and 11 years of Wish I Could Stay Here. So what we're saying is just listing years since you did things.
Stop with the fucking 10 years. This 5. Oh, I'm
Things
bored of
happened.
it. I'm bored of it
Things
now.
happened in the past.
I saw a festival listing the other day. I think Glassjaw were playing this festival or are going to play a festival, and it said playing songs from, and then like listed like 3 albums. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, Taking Back Sunday at the moment are saying that they're doing a Louder Now tour or something. Like the
Yeah.
tours are now like so you can be like, I don't like Louder Now, so I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. It's like fine if you want to play more songs from Louder Now. You don't need to fucking make a big deal out of it. Just at the show go, oh, we're going to play a few songs from Louder Now because it came out years ago.
Or
Fine.
just don't say
Or
anything
don't
and just play some songs.
or don't play those songs.
Yeah, whatever you want. Like we're here to see your band, not d not on the condition
Mm, I don't know.
that you play a specific set list that I don't know. I think this is all very confusing. Um
Ran over.
so the band officially, so it is interesting because they do say that they have to say that they've officially reunited again
Why?
for some reason. I don't know, right? And also that they're re-signing to Run for Cover, which is interesting.
Ooh.
So I would very much like to ask them about that. If they want to come on the Emo Dad
Fuel-
podcast.
the major label didn't like their
Cut of their jib.
obsession of splitting up every 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Lads, you're gonna have to do more work. Sorry, mate, we're on another hiatus.
Yeah, right.
Do what you want.
So they, oh, I don't know. I'm reading this interview. It's not that exciting. Everyone has a favorite. Maybe this is pertinent to what we were talking about. So, but I get it. Everybody who has a favorite band has a favorite album, and the album was incredibly important for us, Colour Me and Kindness. Without that record and without Run for Cover, there's no way we could have able to have had this level of longevity. 10 years? All right. And continue to have these experiences. It's hard to think about it because we did it in such a strange way. We recorded it and then broke up. So it's weird. It's hard to actually reflect and then think about what it meant. And I can certainly say now it means a lot. What are you talking about? Because we've been playing the songs for so long and they feel like a huge part of us for people and us as a band. Again, I'm grateful what they've allowed us to do. Blah, 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 blah. Good. Good, good, good. And that leads us essentially to where we are now. We saw them in a concert. It was a good era. And they played 2 new songs in the middle of the set, which sounded fine.
The same. Sounded like basement songs.
So I'm guessing new music. Watch the Emo Dad space. Because as soon as they release the new songs, we will say something about them upon this mighty behemoth of a world famous #2 podcast.
This content machine.
Right. This dumpster truck of content.
So I think one thing, obviously, we don't need to like deep dive into the actual show itself, but the one thing that we must mention is the wonderful, positive atmosphere of the crowd and just general vibes, good times.
Agree. It was extremely celebratory,
That's the word I failed to use.
positive, bouncy. It was very good. There was a lot of respect shown to some, quite frankly, children who opened the show up. What were they
Actual
called?
children.
Midriff or something were they
Midriff,
called?
yeah,
They were
yeah.
actual children.
Yeah.
And then well done for existing and playing some music. Good on you. There was a very nice sentiment expressed about go out and start a band. I thought that was very nice and positive. And Anxious were particularly good, but we will maybe we'll go out with an Anxious song and we'll do a little bit more of it. Can we do that? Or do you want to go out with a Basement song? Is it weird to go out with an Anxious song?
I think that's weird.
We will talk about Anxious on another edition of the My Emo Dad podcast.
Go check out Anxious. They're good. They're very good.
Good.
So do we have a conclusion? Do we need a conclusion?
The conclusion is Basement will break up and reform every 2 years. So if you've just seen them, you will see them again in 2027. So like enjoy them while they're here, but don't worry, they will be back. It will just be longer than you think.
Eventually. They'll be back when they're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new album I'm sure will be excellent. And then as you said, I'm sure they will then go on hiatus instantly.
Right. But also, doing it slow doesn't harm your career.
If anything, it helps.
Yeah. Reflects the man who's released 3 records in 18 months.
Well, you're evidence of this.
Yeah, you release them quickly, no one gives a shit.
No, can't keep up. Fact.
Right, notices.
Ah. Okay. Hang on. Wasn't ready. Need to find a song that will sound like 8-bit something to you.
I really enjoyed whatever we had last time.
What did we have last time?
But I don't know, it was Mario or something, wasn't it? It was really
Oh,
it
yeah.
was really good.
That was very good. Okay, so
Zelda, can we have Zelda?
Zelda. Oh, you want to carry on with that theme? Okay, fine.
I think that's quite fun. Computer
Yeah.
games themes.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another deep dive on the mighty Emo Dad podcast. If you would like to sample more content from this dumpster fire of content making machine, go to Instagram, where Matt might talk to you if you message him. The Instagram address is Emo Dad Podcast at Instagram.com. You can also send us an email if you want to chat, you want to be friends. We do check it occasionally. emodadpodcast@gmail.com. That's the thing. If you want long form content, that's how you can get that. Suggest episode ideas and things.
Please do.
If you want to make friends, if you're the only emo in the village, you can take part in our Discord server where you can make like-minded, lovely people. Go on and do that. If you want to support this podcast because it costs us money, buy a t-shirt, that's helpful, or a hoodie, or a baseball cap. If you want to tip us, just give us some cash. Just say, Matt and James, we love you. We want you to keep doing this. Thank you for your effort, your endless interest, your talent, looks, charm, and ability. You can tip us on a tip jar, that's helpful. This podcast will probably be available in video format now, so you can look at my face while I'm saying this. That might not be a bonus. Just wanted to put that out there, but it's a possibility. Go to YouTube, Emo Dad Podcast on YouTube, and you can view us. I feel calm, I feel relaxed, I feel like I could talk forever, but that is the end of the notices. I think you've picked an acoustic rendition of Zelda for babies, and I've enjoyed it.
I think I have. It's lovely.
Really enjoyed
You
that.
like it? Nap time.
It gave me a different vibe. Normally I'm like panicking, whereas I got to do it in like an easy, relaxed way.
I like how someone in the world said, I know what we need.
What
We
the world
need
needs.
An acoustic Zelda cover
Yeah.
for babies.
How many million plays has that got?
Oh, good question. 3 million.
There you go. There you go. He's probably, or she has probably made £2.50 out of that, but good on you. 3 million times people needed that.
There's a whole album of
Of course there is.
acoustic fingerstyle guitar music from The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Whatever that means.
Well done. Well done, everybody involved.
Anyway, I've been Matt,
I've been James.
and this is Are You the One by Basement. Goodbye.